During the meeting, Sarah presented her findings on the alien technology. "We've got to use what we captured," she said passionately. "It can help us create better defenses and weapons. If we want to protect Earth, we need to harness this power." Everyone in the room nodded in agreement. The plan was clear. They would work together to adapt and grow stronger, ensuring that Earth would never be caught off guard again. As evening approached, Alex stood outside, gazing at the stars. The night sky sparkled, reminding him of the vastness of the universe. He thought about the challenges that lay ahead and the uncertainty of what the future held. But for the first time in a long while, he felt a sense of hope. "Captain?" Sarah's voice broke through his thoughts. He turned to see her standing beside him, a smile on her face. "We did it. We really did it." "Yes, we did," Alex replied, returning her smile. "And we'll keep doing it. Together." In that moment, he knew they had created a new dawn, not just for themselves, but for all of humanity. They had shown the galaxy that Earth was not a target, but a force to be reckoned with. They would face whatever challenges came their way, united and ready for anything. As the stars twinkled overhead, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. The fight for Earth was far from over, but with his team by his side, he was ready to embrace the journey ahead. Together, they would rise to any challenge, proving that humanity could stand strong against the darkest of forces. The dawn of a new era had begun. Zarkon's fleet, though technologically superior, was unaware of the true danger that awaited them on their target planet, Earth. As the alien ships descended, they aimed to land in a remote area known for its dense forests and mountains. But what they didn't realize was that Earth had its own defenses, hidden in the wild places that few had dared to explore. When the aliens touched down, they were met not by the simple humans they expected, but by a world teeming with life, both beautiful and deadly. Strange sounds echoed through the trees, and the air buzzed with energy. The aliens stepped out of their ships, their sleek, shiny bodies reflecting the sunlight. They had come to conquer, but they were not prepared for the dangers of this planet. As they ventured deeper into the wilderness, the aliens began to encounter Earth's creatures. Giant insects, venomous snakes, and massive beasts roamed the forest, each one more fearsome than the last. The once proud alien warriors quickly became wary, their advanced technology failing to impress the hostile wildlife. Meanwhile, Alex and his team were not idle. They had followed the aliens, keeping their cloaking devices active to avoid detection. Alex watched through the ship's window, amazed by the beauty and danger of Earth's wilds. "This is our home," he whispered to himself, feeling a surge of pride. "We have to protect it." Suddenly, a loud roar echoed through the trees. A massive creature, unlike anything the aliens had seen, charged toward them. It was a predatory beast, with sharp claws and glowing eyes, ready to defend its territory. The aliens, realizing their mistake, scrambled to react, but they were no match for the wild creature. In seconds, chaos broke out as the beast attacked, knocking alien soldiers aside like they were toys. Alex smiled, knowing that nature was fighting back for them. He turned to his crew, excitement lighting up his face. "This is our chance! Let's move in and take advantage of the confusion." As they activated their cloaking devices and descended to the surface, Alex felt a rush of adrenaline. This was their moment to turn the tide of the battle. The humans emerged from their ships, weapons drawn and ready to fight. The scene was chaotic. Alien warriors were trying to fend off the beast while also fighting the unexpected human presence. Alex's team used their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage, sneaking through the trees and launching surprise attacks on the disoriented aliens. The air was filled with the sounds of blasters firing and creatures roaring. Humans moved quickly, utilizing the environment to hide and ambush their enemies. Each successful attack boosted their confidence, showing that they could indeed fight back against their technologically superior foes. As the battle raged on, Alex spotted Zarkon in the distance, trying to rally his troops. Fueled by anger and determination, Alex knew he had to confront the alien leader. "Let's take him down!" he shouted to his team, leading the charge toward Zarkon. The fight intensified as Alex and his team clashed with the alien warriors. Blasts of energy lit up the dark forest, and the massive beast continued to wreak havoc, creating distractions that worked in the humans' favor. In the midst of the battle, Alex felt a wave of pride wash over him. They were fighting for more than just their lives. They were fighting for their home and their future. As he pressed forward, he couldn't help but remember Bonner, his fallen comrade. He fought not only for himself, but for those who had sacrificed everything. Suddenly, Zarkon noticed Alex and snarled in anger. "You humans are nothing. This planet will be ours," he roared, raising his weapon. But Alex stood tall, unwavering in his determination. "You underestimate us, Zarkon! We are stronger than you think!" he shouted back, ready for the final showdown. The humans had turned the tide of the battle, but the fight was far from over. As Zarkon charged, Alex felt the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. They had come to fight for Earth, and he would not let his people down. In the heart of the Death World, amidst chaos and danger, humanity was proving that they were not the weak, primitive beings the aliens had thought. They were resilient, united, and ready to defend their home against all odds. The battle was fierce on the Death World, and the air was thick with tension. Captain Alex Turner and his team fought bravely against the alien forces, using their knowledge of the terrain and their advanced technology to gain an advantage. Each moment brought new challenges, but the humans were determined to show the aliens just how wrong they had been to underestimate them. As the fight continued, Zarkon realized that things were not going as he had planned. His soldiers were falling one by one, caught off guard by the wild creatures and the human attacks. He looked around at the chaos, his heart racing with anger and frustration. "These Earthlings are clever," he shouted, trying to rally his troops. "We must regroup and show them our power." But as Zarkon yelled, he spotted a small group of humans advancing toward him. They moved with purpose, their weapons ready, and Zarkon felt a wave of anger wash over him. He raised his weapon, aiming it at the humans. "You think you can defeat me? I will crush you." Meanwhile, Alex was leading the charge, his heart pounding in his chest. He knew that taking down Zarkon was crucial to winning the battle. "Keep pushing forward," he shouted to his team. "We have to break their morale." The humans fought with everything they had. Sarah, the brilliant engineer, used her skills to disable some of the alien technology, turning their own devices against them. "Watch this!" she yelled, activating a cloaking device that confused the alien sensors. Suddenly, the aliens couldn't tell where the attacks were coming from. The humans seized this opportunity, launching a series of surprise attacks. "Now is our chance," Alex called out, adrenaline coursing through his veins. He led his team through the trees, taking advantage of the chaos around them. They moved swiftly, darting between the shadows and striking hard. Each victory filled them with confidence and determination. As they fought, the wild creatures of the Death World continued to unleash their fury on the alien forces. The massive beast that had first attacked the aliens roamed freely, sending soldiers running in fear. This unpredictable ally became a crucial part of the battle, creating distractions that allowed the humans to strike effectively. In the thick of the fight, Alex caught a glimpse of Zarkon, who was still trying to regroup his remaining soldiers. "We need to take him down!" Alex shouted, pointing toward the alien leader. The team nodded, their faces set with determination. Together, they charged toward Zarkon, who had begun to realize he was surrounded. "You cannot defeat me!" he bellowed, firing his weapon at Alex. But Alex was quick, ducking and weaving to avoid the blasts. "We are not afraid of you," he yelled back, his voice filled with strength. As they closed in on Zarkon, a fierce struggle began. The alien leader fought valiantly, but he was outnumbered. Alex and his team worked together, coordinating their attacks and moving as one. With each strike, they pushed Zarkon further back, their teamwork shining through the chaos of the battlefield. At one point, Zarkon managed to break free, sprinting toward a nearby ship. He was desperate to escape and regroup. "We cannot lose this fight," he shouted to his soldiers, but many of them were already fleeing, terrified of the humans and the deadly creatures surrounding them. "Don't let him get away," Alex commanded, and his team surged forward, fueled by their determination to stop the alien leader. They chased Zarkon, dodging blasts and weaving through the trees. The ground shook beneath them as the giant beasts continued their rampage, adding to the confusion. As Zarkon reached his ship, he turned to face Alex, fury burning in his eyes. "You will regret this, human! I will return and I will destroy you!" he yelled, but his voice was shaky. The tide of the battle had clearly turned. With one last push, Alex and his team closed in on Zarkon. Using all their strength, they launched a final attack. Just as Zarkon was about to board his ship, Alex leaped forward and tackled him to the ground. The alien leader struggled, but Alex held him firmly. "This is for Earth!" Alex shouted, adrenaline coursing through him. His team rallied around him, showing their unity and strength. With Zarkon captured, the remaining alien forces began to retreat, their morale shattered. As the dust settled, the humans stood victorious, breathing heavily and glancing at one another with disbelief. They had turned the tide of the battle, proving that they were not to be underestimated.